a theatrical entrance. For Jean Marc Mormeck, what a night for him. A tough, rugged Parisian who turns 40 in 3 months' time. So not only is he amongst the most unlikely of would-be world heavyweight champions, he's also amongst the 15 oldest challengers in boxing history. The odds, of course, heavily stacked against the powerfully built and stubborn Frenchman, but he has won 36 fights. He was the world cruiserweight king. He floored David Haye heavily, and he does have bags of experience and heart. They are the positives, but the negatives, Jim, are massive for Mormeck.
Yeah, the problem obviously is his age, the fact that he has been inactive over the last couple of years. But one of the reasons he's been inactive, I think this is the fight he came back for. He moved up to heavyweight. He's won 3 fights as a heavyweight. Maybe he hasn't set the grass on fire, but he's won the fights. But he comes here with a reputation of being a real warrior. He's been in some tremendous fights throughout his career. He has an aggressive style. He's not going to change that style tonight. He's going to come in here tonight, and I believe this is the last time we will see Mormeck in a boxing ring. So I think tonight everything he has left is going to pour it out of here. This is his dream night tonight, and he's going to give it everything he has.
He's been in with good names, Virgil Hill a couple of times, Wayne Braithwaite, O'Neill Bell, David Haye, of course. And he has seemed very relaxed and at ease in the last 48 hours or so here in Düsseldorf. Never has there been a heavyweight champion of the world from France, but he looks focused now, Jim.
Yep, he looks focused, and we have to remember there is absolutely no pressure on Mormeck tonight. No one expects him to win this fight, but he has come in, he'll have a plan. He knows if Wladimir Klitschko is not good up close, his plan must be to get up close, and that is his style. Good upper body movement, work the body. This is the plan, but so many challengers have come into the ring with a plan they think is going to work. And then pretty soon, against either of the Klitschkos, they find out, no, it's a different world with these guys.
He is ready for fight number 60 in his professional career. Tonight, he puts all his titles and all his belts on the line. And tonight, he has made a very special prediction.
Seit 15 Jahren zählt für mich nur dieser Moment. Für diesen einen Moment. Die entscheidende Sekunde. Gebe ich alles. Heute seht ihr meinen 50. K.O. Versprochen.
He promises the 50th KO. He actually said that before the David Haye fight. Maybe it comes true on this stage in Düsseldorf. The 60th ring walk in an enormously successful professional career for the former gold medalist from Atlanta. And in Olympic year, when we look at the elite sportsmen worldwide, there are few finer athletes, role models, and top figures than Wladimir Klitschko. Intelligent in and out of the ring, he's eloquent, he's charming, he's caring. One of his many belts being carried to the ring by the youngest member of the team tonight, a young boy called Alex who suffers from cystic fibrosis. A genuine guy, Wladimir Klitschko, and that's why, Jim, 50,000 are packed into this fabulous stadium. He's not even German, he's Ukrainian, and we forget that.
Yeah, and you know, it's taken a long time for the fight public to fully appreciate and respect the Klitschkos. They suffered a lot of criticism. For several years have it been robotic, not very exciting. Okay, the heavyweight division may have been more competitive without them, but it was a lot less interesting without them. I think now the fight people appreciate the fact that these guys would have been a force in any era. They've become superstars over here, but I think everyone in the world is beginning to warm to them. Tremendous athletes, always put on a tremendous show.
People are standing around ringside, snapping photographs. Wladimir Klitschko, he's reigned supreme for the last decade alongside his brother. Will it continue?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will honor challenger and champion with their respective national anthems. First, the national anthem for France. And now the national anthem for Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, willkommen. Welcome to the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF, WBO, WBA, IBO Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by K2 Promotions and Klitschko Management Group. Sanctioned by the BDB, President Thomas Putz, Executive Director Jean-Marcel Nartz. At ringside, the three judges scoring will be de España, Señor Manuel Marit Halar. From the United States, Mr. Clark Sammartino. From Belgium, Monsieur Philippe Verbeek. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, de Puerto Rico, Señor Luis Pabon. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are ready for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Sanko Dobrokev. Wearing black, officially weighing 98 kilograms. His professional ring fighting record, 40 fights, 36 victories, including 22 knockouts with 4 defeats. From Paris, France, the challenger, former cruiserweight, champion of the world, the fighting pride of all France, Jean Marc Mormeck World. And fighting out of the red corner with his trainer, Hall of Famer Emmanuel Stewart, wearing red with gold. Weighing in officially at 111 kilograms. This Olympic gold medal champion now has a professional fighting record consisting of 59 fights, 56 victories with 49 knockouts and 3 defeats. From Hamburg, Germany, and Kiev, Ukraine, the 3-time world champion, the reigning, defending IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion of the world, der Weltmeister im Schwergewicht, Dr. Steelhammer, Wladimir Klitschko.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. They have a clean match, okay? Good luck and God bless you.
So no slap at the weigh-in, certainly no repugnant water spat into anyone's face, and we presume no repeat of any mindless post-fight brawling. Time to restore heavyweight order. And what was largely overlooked a fortnight ago in Munich was that Vitaly Klitschko defended his WBC crown successfully. Can the Klitschkos continue this amazing dual role? Little brother Wladimir, an overwhelming favorite here. Against the pumped-up, former top-quality cruiserweight in Jean Marc Mormeck. All eyes on whether Klitschko will make a statement. Hasn't had an early knockout for a few years now. Will he go for it? And what of Mormeck? Can he possibly get inside and inflict damage? Klitschko has been down 11 times in his long career.
But we do have to say it's a long time since Wladimir Klitschko has been shaken by a punch. I mean, he was novice-like in his early days. He took the full force of punches, but under Manny Stewart, he has learned he's a different fighter altogether. But already he looks so much bigger than Mormeck. Mormeck looks tiny with that crouching style he adopts.
Around about 30 pounds in weight between them. And Wladimir Klitschko coming off that masterclass, really, against David Hay last July in rainy Hamden. Here with a roof on at the Spirit Arena in Düsseldorf. He gets his jab going, and it's another good start.
So he's grabbing hold of Mormeck. He's already been warned, you know, we're only a minute into the fight, and already he's been warned for grabbing hold, leaning down. See, this is the kind of thing that would tire a smaller opponent. He does not like to work up close. Every time Mormeck gets close, this is bad stuff. We need a strict referee here. Wladimir is taking liberties at the moment. This is bang out of order.
Luis Pavon, the referee from Puerto Rico, working early on. Mormeck ducking low. Klitschko's got that terrific jab. What a weapon it is. Looking for the overhand right.
Now that is better, Adam. Keep him at bay with the jab, but this leaning on, pulling down, leaning on top of his shoulders, now this can do damage. The referee has to get on his case for that.
Has occasionally blown hot and cold. Wladimir Klitschko as he lands a right hand. Gum shield out of Mormeck. Just loose there. And a left hook from Wladimir Klitschko.
You know, I wonder, because of the odds in this fight, if Klitschko would maybe have thought about carrying Mormeck for a few rounds, but certainly not the case. These are real powerful jabs, thumping left hooks he's throwing already. He's looking for the early finish.
Right hand, top of the head. Quickest finish in the last few years was against Ray Austin in 2. So wanted to stop David Haye, but couldn't. Promising the 50th knockout for the 50,000 here tonight.
Yep, no signs whatsoever that he wants this to go a few rounds before he gets down to business. Tried everything in that opening round, big round for Klitschko, but took a few liberties along the way, I felt.
Good round.
The corner of Jean Marc Mormeck and Emmanuel Stewart in Klitschko's corner on the other side of the ring, saying he's tired out already, Mormeck.
Yeah, well, all the pushing down, the leaning on and grabbing hold, that was part of the plan, but you don't expect results in the opening round. I think Mormeck will still have plenty left, but I think he now realises how huge his task is tonight.
Wladimir Klitschko, the 35-year-old, almost 36, looking for victory number 57 in the red and gold, as always, the black of the short squat, Jean Marc Mormeck, former world cruiserweight champion. He's had 3 heavyweight fights, all victory at a much lower level. It's a huge step up at heavyweight at the tail end of his career, Mormeck. And he has also been inactive. It's all stacked against him. But can he just get close and detonate one shot?
He can't even get any punches off. He's been completely nullified by Wladimir Klitschko. He's learned a lot, as I say, under Manny Stewart. He knows how to rough opponents up. He knows how to control them and nullify what they can do up close, and that's what he's doing here.
Planting his feet early tonight, isn't he, Jim, as well, Klitschko?
Yeah, and these are thumping punches that he's sending in. He's not looking to carry this fellow.
Good right hand there from Klitschko. Legs just buckled momentarily of Mormeck. And already the task is looking monumental for the Frenchman. There's the right hand again. He's slow, he's cumbersome, Mormeck. He can't get out of the way of these.
And when Klitschko feints, instead of getting ready with a counter, Mormeck is covering up, waiting for the punch to come. So I think he's finding out here. He is out of his
right hand.
shot.
Down he goes, Mormeck, inside the second round. And he looks at his corner. He smiles through that gum shield. And he gets to his feet. Many call this a mismatch. And in reality, that's what's happening.
I think there's so many Klitschko opponents Mormeck has found. He's completely out of his depth, and he's just probably hanging around waiting for the end to come. Cannot even get any punches off.
Team Mormeck in the blue corner alongside us, bellowing instructions. There's another right hand. The power that Klitschko does have as well cannot be underestimated, especially against a much lighter guy who David Haye stopped.
Well, I've said that Mormeck has proved to be a warrior, but he's not even getting the chance to be a warrior here. He cannot even get any punches off. The job is just too huge for him.
Fast hands from Klitschko, looking for the combinations. No signs of wear and tear, even this stage of his career. 10 seconds left in the second round. Will Mormeck survive? Just missed by a whisker there, Klitschko. He does, the Frenchman, and wearily returns to his corner.
No, unfortunately, we're just looking at a man with a 2-stone weight advantage beating up another fellow who does not have a hope. He's putting full power into every shot. Klitschko is looking for the finish. No, I thought, as I said earlier, he may have carried Mormeck for a round or two, but no, he's looking for the finish. He wants to get him out of there.
And Jim, for the critics who say, you know, we can't have this sort of a fight for the world heavyweight title, the trouble is the challengers are not out there for the Klitschkos.
If he was dodging live contenders to fight people like Mormeck, you could criticise him, but they've cleaned the division up. So he has to make money. We have to have Klitschko fights, but this cannot, I'm afraid, be called a fight.
Into the third round, and Wladimir Klitschko straight into the centre of the ring again. Has Mormeck recovered from the knockdown in the second? Just push back there. There's the physical difference, the strength of Klitschko.
But it's amazing, there's always that little bit in the back of his mind to be careful. I mean, even with Mormeck, who has posed no threat whatsoever, when they're up close, he grabs hold of him, puts his chin over his shoulder. That is just there he goes again. Will not take a single chance. Paid off for him, but I don't really see this continuing too much longer. A couple of clean shots should do it.
There was that spell in his career when he was fought 4 times by Corey Sanders, 3 by Samuel Peter. Lamont Brewster stopped him. It was all going horribly wrong, but he's learned under Emmanuel Stewart. He's become a superior technician to pretty much everybody else now, Wladimir Klitschko.
I still feel the referee should be on his case a little bit more the way he's grabbing hold. Mormeck's trying to get up close for the only place he can get some punches off. When he gets there, he's been grabbed and spotted. Here we go again. I mean, really, the referee should be having a word about this.
Mormeck just gets one in there. He believes in the theory of the brittle chin of Wladimir Klitschko because of those knockdowns deep in the past. But if he can hurt him, who knows?
These are good jabs Klitschko's throwing here. Solid, accurate, just keeping Mormeck where he wants him.
So difficult to beat Klitschko. And that's been the story of the last 6-7 years at the summit of the heavyweight division.
What, not as clean from Klitschko in this round. Mormeck getting closer a lot more often and getting grabbed a lot more often, I may say. Really, referee wants to be having a word about this.
Again they come together, and again the referee splits them. Just has a look at Klitschko there, left hand, and bundles Mormeck to the floor. I think there was a punch there.
Left hook. Yeah, that was a solid left hook. It looked to me as though it landed in the shoulder.
And the weight as well of Klitschko, that wouldn't have helped Mormeck as he went down. We saw Adlanier Solis injured against Vitaly Klitschko in the first round as Wladimir gets a bit of a telling off.
Yeah, not before time. He's having a word at long last. I don't know if it's the same infringement as I'm talking about. But, I mean, there was certainly a punch landed there. And even Manny Stewart's complaining about Klitschko, the way he's grabbing hold up close every time.
Back. It's not like he's a guy that's going to counterpunch. When he punches at you, you don't need that.
Well, he's being told off by the referee there in the corner. Wladimir Klitschko. Emmanuel Stewart not looking quite as happy. A bit messy that third round. And he has had a couple of stamina issues in the past, Wladimir Klitschko, who was apparently 100-to-1 on favourite to retain his titles. Immeasurable odds. And Jean Marc Mormeck still in it, throws the left hook. This is when he got David Hay in trouble in their cruiserweight unification scrap.
I mean, Klitschko's actually burning up needless energy himself with all the wrestling up close, the leaning down on Mormeck. He has an excellent jab, but when he uses it, he can keep this fellow at long range where he wants him. But he's not using it enough. Mormeck getting closer now, not an awful lot more success, but he's not been pinned on the end of the jab at the moment.
Bobbing and weaving a bit more, Mormeck. Trying to dig into Klitschko's chest.
See, Mormeck has to get close to do anything, and when he gets there, Klitschko's grabbing hold. There they are, the elbow above the neck again. He's not going to have a chance to get any punches off when he gets up close.
Right, beautiful shot, left hook. That probably is the end of the affair. Can Mormeck rise? He smiles, he's almost saying no. I don't think there's a chance. 50th knockout on the verge. That's it. The promise is delivered in front of the 50,000 in Düsseldorf. And Wladimir Klitschko retains his world heavyweight titles in fight number 60. He is still top man alongside his brother. The Klitschko story continues.
Yep, and the punches that finished the job were quality, world-class shots. Just the simple stuff, getting Mormeck on the end of the punches as he should have been doing too often in the previous round, allowed Mormeck to get close and mess him about, compete a little bit more. I mean, Mormeck can be proud. It was a job way beyond him as soon as the match was made. He gave it his best shot, but wasn't allowed really throughout it. With Vladimir's tactics, did not allow Mormeck to get started. But here the finishing punches, just textbook, left, right, bang. And when you're giving away 2 stone in a division that you're not used to competing in, then it's over for the night, and that's how it proved. Just simple left, bang, thumping punch that just shook him down to his boots. No chance of him recovering from that. Did make it to his feet at the count of 10, but no point in continuing. The referee called it off, rightly so.
Sweet in his 20th world heavyweight title fight, Wladimir Klitschko. A standing ovation as well all around us here. They don't care that it was easy, they just keep coming.
No, and thankfully we did get into the 4th round. Klitschko started the opener as though he'd have been happy with a 20-second blast out. Thankfully that didn't happen, but he showed the attitude. I thought it was terrific against David Hay. I didn't think he could come in with that same attitude, but I think he showed that tonight against Mormeck. It's not in his nature to take chances. If they put a man in front of Klitschko, he wants to get him out of there as soon as he possibly can, and that's the attitude he fought with tonight. Excellent again. Thought he got away with too many fouls in the early parts of the fight, took a few liberties. The referee eventually got on his case, but let's face it, it wouldn't have made any difference.
Maybe Mormeck landed that one punch or slightly, but nothing else at all. There's young Alex and the Klitschkos around him. Wonderful role models. Mormeck, unsurprisingly, taken out. 4 rounds, and Wladimir Klitschko salutes the crowd. The talk beyond this, if he came through, was of a reappearance in early July. Looks like he might have to fight Tony Thompson again. He's beaten him once already, but he's the mandatory for the IBF. You know, what do? There's Seth Mitchell in the States. There's Deontay Wilder, there's David Price here ringside, maybe one day Tyson Fury. There's a few others, but not many.
Well, I mean, they can have as many voluntary defences as they please, but they pride themselves on having all the titles, and the only way you can keep all the titles is to face your mandatory when you're told to do so. And that's what he's prepared to do, that's what he'll have to do, so it will be Tony Thompson, maybe next time up, I don't know.
Apparently David Hay's gone on Twitter to say that Vitali has agreed to fight him. So courtesy of an RTL interview, our German TV colleagues. But we've had a word with Bent Bonte, the manager, and he said, no, that's not the case. Nothing is agreed. So we don't know whether Vitali will be back in June or September. We don't think the injury is quite what it was made out to be after the Chisora fight, but they might both be back in the summer, and look how happy they are side by side, Jim.
Yep. Well, look at the condition he brings himself into the ring again. Look at the attitude he displayed tonight. It was one-sided, but it was action all the way, so full credit Mormeck did as well as he was allowed to do. maybe as well as we expected him to do. He had no chance here tonight, but it's been a spectacle. The fans have loved it. You don't hear any dissent in the crowd. They'll be back for the next one. They just love these Klitschko guys.
Absolutely, it's a happening. It's very different to maybe a fight in Britain. There's a whole social element to it. They have their meal, they watch the entrances, they see their heroes win, they go home happy and they come back for more. Some people will say, well, there should be more of a fight, there should be more of a match. But every single seat in this arena sold out by a Ukrainian based in Germany.
I wonder when it's all over if both the Klitschkos will regret the fact that they were never really tested. Maybe they'll never be compared to the great champions who boxed in a far better era, who were tested against the best and proved themselves. Both these guys have spent their whole careers beating people that they're better than.
Jim, many thought David Hay would beat Wladimir Klitschko, though.
Well,
much closer odds.
Yeah,
I know you weren't.
I was never one of those, yeah. Nah, they're just too big and too good at what they do. They've developed a style that is so difficult to beat, and it's actually turning out impossible to beat. They're terrific fighters, but will they be remembered in 20 years' time as terrific fighters simply because of the opposition?
I'll tell you what they will be remembered as: terrific sportsmen.
That's for sure. I mean, the conduct both of them showed, what they had to put up with a couple of weeks ago there. I mean, most people would have cracked, but behaved impeccably, both of them. I mean, you have to admire the fact that he's facing a blown-up cruiserweight who's approaching 40 years of age. He could have been forgiven for coming in not in the best of shape with a half-hearted attitude to carry him for a couple of rounds, but no. If he's doing business, there's only one way he's going to do business, and that's do business properly, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Excellent.
Respect between the pair now. They were meant to fight back in December, but he had to have gallstones removed. Wladimir Klitschko, a painful few days for him, with no repeat, and at almost 36. He looks extremely well, Jim.
He looks fantastic. I mean, is he getting better? As I say, against David Hay, I thought it was a wonderful performance. You know, the concentration for the full 12 rounds, beautiful performance, and he is loving this. No signs he's thinking of leaving this game behind.
A huge smile, a huge puncher. Not a huge statement, because you couldn't find anyone that thought Mormeck would win this fight. But it's been a good night for Wladimir. No doubt about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, the prediction and the promise was made and it has been kept. Knockout number 50 is in the record books as referee Luis Pabon reaches the count of 10. At 1 minute, 12 seconds of round number 4, the winner by KO victory, and still IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Dr. Steel Hammer, Wladimir Klitschko.
Wladimir Klitschko enjoying the moment, taking the applause from 50,000 fans of the Esprit Arena in Düsseldorf. It's knockout number 50 for Dr. Steelhammer.